Welcome to another review. Today we're talking about the LPZZ Arkham Knight Batman. Really nice to see a shipper. You don't normally get them at this scale, so I wasn't expecting that at all, but let's get this open. This is what we have inside, all nice and factory sealed and everything. Got this really nice bit of artwork on the front. Nothing really to speak of on the sides, just Batman logo and whatnot. Something else you don't get all too often at this scale, a nice door there. Mezco used to do this, I think, a little while ago, but you don't see it too often now, and it's nice. I think it's probably more for overseas where you can go in the shop and take a quick look. Maybe NEC could do it as well, but you don't really tend to see, you know, boxes like this come to the UK for these types of figures. Normally they're just imports, aren't they? But yeah, really nice to see. I don't think I've seen this before. Inside the box is like a trailer for the next figure which we've seen, which is of course Deathstroke. So you can't really see much there, but just a back shot, almost like a silhouette. But yeah, yeah, I'm surprised more companies don't do that actually. So yeah, if you're excited about this figure, you're already been put towards the next one. Look, I'm not familiar with this company, LPZZ. Is that the name of the company? I'm not sure. But they've got, I don't know if you can see that there, you've got numbers of accessories, and they actually tell you what they are. It's just a small thing, but I really like that. Now let's take a quick look at them in the box there. So you can see him with all his accessories. We'll get Batman out in a second. We'll take a look. You can see a really nice looking Bruce Wayne head, a spare cowl. Yeah, you got all sorts going on in there, haven't you? So this unmasked Bruce Wayne head, I'll get some closer shots. It's one of the best unmasked heads I think I've had at this scale for a really long time. Really well detailed and everything. Really good. I mean, some of the ones you get from Mezco, from the Affleck ones and whatnot, they're quite soft, but this has got some sharp features. At this scale, I think that's been done really well. Hopefully you can see that it's like a spare cowl. So I guess he can hold it while he's got his unmasked head on. Can he put it over his head? I'll have to have a look in a minute. Now let's take a quick look at these other accessories here. So you can see the hands in there, hopefully. Let's, yeah, that's a bit better. So yeah, a nice array of hands. Plenty there to be getting on with, isn't there? So 5 extra sets of hands, you know, and 6 including the fists he comes with. What we've got up here, we have got, that's a voice synthesizer, apparently. It's been a while since I played the games, to be fair. You've got some nice batarangs down there, the bat claw, and explosive gel. I definitely remember the gel, because I remember you had to freeze the wall and bust through. And then you got the lion launcher, yeah, of course I remember that. And this nice disruptor here. I was trying to remember what these two things were from the game, but actually they're just to move the eyes, so... And then the next level up, we've got a nice base for him there. And you got some miscellaneous batarangs there with colours on. Oh God, you guys are going to have to remind me what's going on there. And that looks like perhaps a spare mouthpiece, which I'll have to take a look at shortly. So here he is in the light box. The man himself, without further ado, it looks really good. I don't know if it's picking up on the camera, but the details, how it all comes together, the cape, the cowl, the face, the chest piece is great. It's always a really good part of the suit there. It's all really well done. I mean, straight away, I'm already thinking about getting the next one. And just standing there, I said this last time I did a review with the cape with Frodo. The cape's doing some good work there. It's got a couple of wires in it, so not just along the edges. I wish it was along the bottom as well. That would have completed it. But unfortunately, it's not. So it's just along the edges and maybe 1 or 2 down the back as well. But yeah, like I say, looking incredible. Looking at some of the details. Hopefully you can see for yourself, it's looking spot on to the games, I think. The ears are the only slight disappointment I've got, because I think one of them bending ever so slightly inwards, which is something you'd see more on like a McFarlane figure. They're not dead straight, but it's very difficult when you've got long ears like that. And I do prefer a long-eared Batman. I don't know what you guys think. Do you prefer short ears on Batman or long ears? I've always been a long ears guy. So, but with that comes some slight bendage, some slight warpage in the plastic sometimes. Can't always be avoided. I've got a tiny bit here, but I can live with it. I can maybe try and straighten that out. So let's stop him spinning here and take a closer look. That mouthpiece, I do quite like that actually. It's the faintest hint at a stubble. The lips look good. The eyes, I was a touch concerned that the eyes might be too far apart. And I still think they are a little. I guess that's sort of faithful to the design on the game, but in real life it looks all right. I don't mind that bit there so much. It's the suit itself which looks really good. So let's get in there. So here, look, that's interesting bit of engineering there, isn't it? So you've got the bits on the chest move. So you've got a nice butterfly joint there. You've got the shoulder piece which moves out, which I guess will allow you to do that. Nice double elbow there. Gauntlets not too sharp there, okay. Wrist peg, let's take a look at his head, side to side, up and down. Nice tilt. And you've got a little bit here, I like this, look. So this moves too, so it's not just the head on top. The whole bit can move. That is some of the best neck motion I think I've ever seen on a Batman, actually. If you want to get him looking down, he can look straight down almost. That's really good. Interesting. And then, of course, you got this bicep swivel here as well. It looks like, yeah, there's a bit of a swivel here at the sort of top bit there. And waist. This is sort of a soft. So it looks like it can spring away a little bit. Don't know what the crack is with that. Can go up that far, back that far. That's a shame. You've got some gappage there. And you've got this thigh swivel. A lot of figures do this. I don't know what's for the best. So I know the Marvel Legends will sometimes get the thigh cut here. I guess that looks good because it keeps the sculpt together a bit more. But I won't know. It's not how I would design it going up like that, but I think it kind of works on this figure. And then you got the nice double knee. How far back can you go? Oh wow, look at that. That's really athletic, more athletic than me. So let's bring that back down again. And you got this boot here. Hinders the ankle quite a lot. So I can see there's a nice joint under there, but I just can't access it really because of the boot. So you're not going to be getting any superhero Spider-Man poses out of these ankles, but they're okay. They're okay. And there's the back for anyone wondering there. So let's get into some comparisons. This is a Mafex Daredevil. I was a little worried that Batman was going to be too tall. How does he compare there? I said all that, and I don't actually know how tall Batman's supposed to be compared to Daredevil, but that seems okay. Batman's, depending on which Batman you're thinking of, sometimes he's a lot bigger than other characters, sometimes not so much, but yeah, he's towering over Daredevil there. Here you've got Mezco Crow and Marvel Legends Scarlet Spider. He is quite a bit bigger than these two, isn't he? Even without the ears take him even further up, of course. But he's got a good few inches on these two boys. This is Batman next to a Predator, just because I had him to hand. This is one I think people are going to want to see with Mafex Bane. Interesting. Yeah, I think Bane should be perhaps a bit bigger than that one compared to Batman. So I guess this Batman does run a little bit taller than perhaps he should. And this is a good tester right here. You've got Mezco, I forget which Sovereign Knight it is, this one. I remember being surprised at how difficult it was to get. If anyone remembers getting this one, it was really hard to pick up. But together, he's shorter and stockier than this Arkham Knight Batman, isn't he? So make of that what you will. And I think the last thing I'm going to do here before I wrap up is I've just popped Bruce's head on there with him holding the spare cowl. Yeah, I think this looks pretty good. At first I wondered if his neck was looking a bit too long, but I suppose it's all the armour in and stuff. Just makes the body look a lot bigger than the head. But no, I think it's a good look, and yeah, like I said earlier, I think it's a really good Bruce Wayne head there, and I think they've done a really good job with it. I think they've done a really good job with the figure overall, to be fair. If you're on the fence and you're interested in picking it up, I'd say, yeah, go for it. I don't feel disappointed at all. Like I said, I think it's got some really good details, really like the armouring, and I think there's a really good chance I'll be picking up the Deathstroke, but yeah, we'll see. So those have been my thoughts. Just more of a ramble, really, than a proper review. Other people do it so much better than me. But if you do happen to like what you've seen, please drop a like and subscribe. And I'll put some more photos at the end. And thanks for watching, and see you next time.